reliable. That's the thing about Mario Barrios. He's reliable, durable, persistent, tough, but he's always come up short in the biggest fights possible. Like you said, Todd, this is a moment where he needs to take this by the horn. He needs to prove to everybody that he belongs.
And after that lackluster performance against Rolly Romero, it sparked critics to wonder if everything that was great about Ryan Garcia came out of a bottle. This is the fight that he says he gets it all back. His body is right, his mind is right, and he has gone back to his roots, training with that man, his father, Henry Garcia, who has been there every step of the way.
After the memes, the chaotic press conferences, and that devastating loss to Rolly Romero, the narrative was set. Ryan was a social media star, not a world-class fighter. But boxing has a funny way of flipping the script when you least expect it. When the bell rang for round 1 against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios, we didn't see the distracted influencer everyone predicted. We saw a predator. Barrios is a seasoned champion, a man who survived rounds with elites. He's known for his chin and his relentless pressure. But Ryan turned that reputation into a memory in the opening frame. He didn't waste time finding his range. A lightning-fast right hand cracked across Barrios' temple, and before the champion could even process the impact, another one landed flush. Down goes Barrios. The champion's eyes were wide, his legs looked heavy, and the silence in the crowd was deafening. It wasn't just a knockdown, it was a statement that the speed advantage everyone talked about was very, very real.
Ryan's very jittery, very twitchy.
Oh, big right hand. That's what you see. Garcia lands a big right to the body. From big right hand. He grabbed him immediately. With a right hand. Barrios scores down. First round. Oh, with a right hand. First round. The right hand. Barrios is down in the first 30 seconds. That's what you said. What did I say? Here we go. Let's see.
As we moved into the second and third rounds, the gap in talent became uncomfortable to watch. Ryan wasn't just faster, he was sharper. Every time Barrios tried to plod forward with a double jab, Ryan was already gone, circling out and hammering back with a counter right. Barrios was bewildered, a word used by the commentary team that perfectly summed up the scene. By round 4, Ryan was walking him into combinations that moved Barrios off balance every single time. It wasn't just a boxing match anymore, it was a masterclass in distance and timing. Then came the moment that nearly ended it all in round 5. Ryan landed a right-hand equilibrium shot that sent a literal shockwave through Barrios' body. His legs did a frantic attempt, a desperate struggle to stay upright as he was knocked back into the ropes. It was the kind of beating that makes you wonder if a corner should step in. Ryan was firing 1-2-1 combinations with zero respect for the champion's power. Barrios managed to land a rare right hand in the closing seconds of the round, but it did nothing. Ryan didn't even blink. He just went back to the corner with the look of a man who knew the belt was already his. But just when it looked like a clean knockout was coming, the story took a mysterious turn. By round 9, the pace slowed. Ryan's trainer and father, Henry Garcia, was caught on the broadcast admitting that Ryan had hurt his right hand. This is the kind of detail that changes a fight, but Ryan played it perfectly. Instead of panicking or letting Barrios back into the fight, he pivoted. He stopped hunting the spectacular finish and started fighting behind a stiff, punishing jab.
Oh yeah, it was one of the ones that I wanted to show, my whole arsenal. I believe it was like a masterclass, but I should have got the knockout, to be honest. I got to grade myself on that. I had him hurt many times, but I hurt my right hand. So guys, it wasn't just a left hook. Y'all were saying left hook the whole time. I see my right hand working tonight, but it was a great fight. Mario's a tough warrior. I got respect for him, fellow Mexican-American, and, we put on a hell of a show.
He outboxed a world champion using essentially one hand for the final third of the fight. It was a level of discipline we've never seen from the King before. By the championship rounds, the desperation in the opposite corner was palpable. Veteran trainer Joe Goosen, who knows Ryan's game better than almost anyone, was pleading with Barrios. He told him he had 3 rounds to find a knockout or lose his title, but Barrios had nothing left. He had been totally outclassed from the opening bell. Every time he tried to close the distance, Ryan would reset him with a body shot or a sharp hook. In the 12th and final round, Ryan even used his shoulder to push a frustrated Barrios to the floor, punctuating the dominance with a final left hook before the bell.
You're back with your father, went 15-0 with him early in your career, now 1-0 with a world championship now. What does it mean to you, not just to win this title, but to win it with your dad in your corner?
Oh, it's like it was written on a story, you know what I mean? It was something, it's something that I wouldn't want it any other way. You know, there's a special relationship with your father, man. If you got your dad telling you love him, you know, and I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
Thank you for everything.
I love you, of course, Ryan.
I love you all my heart.
I love you, Mil. I love you.
When the scorecards were read, it was a staggering 120-107 shutout. A world champion had been erased over 12 rounds. The boxing world, which spent the last year mocking Ryan Garcia, suddenly had to reckon with a new reality. The social media kid was now a WBC welterweight champion.
I want to go back to the haters because I gotta let this off my chest because I won't be able to sleep. But Chris Algieri, you're a piece of shit. Okay? I'm sorry. You and your corny ass partner, okay? Not believing in my son. Sergio Mora, I ran into him and he said, no, your son made me a believer, so I'm not gonna go too hard on him, okay? Robert Garcia, weird, man. Oh, my son can't go over 6 rounds? Sorry, dude, okay? I know you're okay, but you don't know my son. So, you know what? Screw all you haters. I'm sorry, but it gives me satisfaction to say that my son is the WBC welterweight champion of the world.
The reactions from the sport's biggest names started pouring in almost immediately, and they were just as polarized as Ryan himself. Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan's greatest rival, took to social media with a cryptic message. While he didn't give a direct compliment, he made it clear he was watching, essentially telling Ryan to keep that same energy when they inevitably meet again. It felt less like a congratulation and more like an opponent acknowledging a new threat. Meanwhile, Devin Haney, who has his own complicated history with Ryan, seemed stunned. Sources close to his camp suggested that while he recognized the performance, the no-contest drama from their past still looms too large for a rematch to happen anytime soon.
Can you just right here, right now, clarify that so that there's no impediment to the fight?
Let me answer that question.
I mean, just look.
Let me answer that question.
You think I got an IV? Like, bro, this is a blood work.
Let me answer that question. People say all kinds of nonsense, but Ryan's been doing testing his entire career. He's fought for interim titles. When he fought Tank Davis, we were doing VADA testing and it wasn't for a title. He's been testing his entire career. Every single time we set up a fight, we sign a contract, there's VADA testing. There's no such thing as dropping out of VADA testing. So all those stories are just fabricated, people trying to hate on Ryan, and they're just excuses for Haney to feel good about himself. You know, Haney wants to have an excuse as to why he got beat up, and that's it. So it's all nonsense.
Even the legends weighed in.
I know your team secured, but what do you think of Ryan's performance?
Ryan did amazing.
Amazing? All right, thank you, Terrence.
Canelo Alvarez reportedly sent a nod of respect, acknowledging that Ryan had finally found his focus. But perhaps the most telling reaction came from Shakur Stevenson. Shakur was spotted cage side, and the buzz is already building for a massive unification bout. Shakur's take? He called it a good win, but insisted Ryan wouldn't be able to bully him the way he did Barrios. The lines are being drawn, and the welterweight division just got a lot more dangerous.
If you look at your next fight, what do you want it to be?
You know who I want. He's right there, Shakur Stevenson. Let's go.
Snap!
Let's run that shit. Hey, I want to be a great champion, and I'm not scared of shit. I fought Devin Haney, I'll fight Shakur Stevenson, I'll fight anybody. Let's fucking go.
Shakur Stevenson, Ryan. Shakur Stevenson was on our DAZN broadcast earlier, said he's levels above you right now. What do you think of that?
The thing is, like, you got to have some type of punching power to get me off you, because it'll be a different style, and I'm not going to hit him light. Nah. Every time I'm putting it on him, you know?
Man, Ryan calls out Shakur Stevenson, I'm gonna get to you. I'm saying that's the whole thing about Ryan Garcia that gives him a chance is the fact that he will go get you, but he's going to get you with length, he's going to get you with hand speed, and crazy power hand-eye coordination. So he has a lot for Shakur to deal with.
It doesn't make it too much sweeter. I mean, Joe, it just doesn't really move me too much that it was because of Joe. I mean, it bugged me at first, but I mean, what are you gonna do about it? I had 2 months to get over it, so it's really nothing. But he did try to get in my head in that one of the rounds, and I started looking at him every time I hit Mario. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
How did he try to get in your head?
He was just saying, oh, that was nothing. Oh, he only has a hook, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, bro. And I had to stop and just be like, all right, bing, 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 bing. With my hurt hand, too. But I was so mad and irritated, I started throwing it even though it was hurting. I was like, fuck it. Da-da, da-da. But yeah.
We just witnessed the most disciplined, powerful, and calculated version of Ryan Garcia to date. He fought through a broken hand to shut out a champion who has shared the ring with the best in the world.
Mario, what went wrong for you in the ring tonight?
I was caught early with a punch I didn't see. And then, other than that, he came in here, he had the better game plan. He boxed very smart, very explosive, very intelligent, and it was his night.
You almost looked surprised in that first round when he was throwing so many right hands and you went down from that right hand. Did you expect him to go to that punch so early?
Oh yeah, we definitely did, especially as well as Joe knows him, we figured, that he knew we were going to be expecting the left hook, but we were also, training the whole time, to be expecting the right hand. I was really expecting the way he was throwing it, very kind of like a looping overhand. But yeah, he caught me a couple times with it when I didn't expect it. But yeah.
The question now isn't if Ryan belongs at the top, it's who will be his next conquest. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.